Good morning, guys. Welcome to this episode of Action Gospel. Today, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about today, but started praying about it. I started thinking about how much I actually read my Bible, or better terms, how much I don't. And with this whole virus thing going on, I've been talking a lot about through my going live on Facebook, and other throughout the last couple of weeks. We've been talking a lot about the how much time we now have on our hands. Most of us are now not able to go into work. Those of us who are at work a lot more often, or maybe you've got a completely different schedule. We're very much out of a normalcy. You know what I mean? We're out of the norm for us. And as I've been thinking about it, I keep remembering, like, even like this morning, I woke up at my normal time I do, and I sat there in bed for 2-3 hours, just kind of sitting there. Got on my phone maybe a little bit, get updates on what's going on in the world, how the world's reacting to things, so on and so forth. And I started, as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about during this, I started feeling fairly convicted. This Bible, I stick it in my Bible case, and I stick it inside my bag, my work bag, and this is the Bible that I teach out of. This is the Bible I preach out of. This is the Bible that whenever I'm doing studies, this is my main Bible. This Bible, I try to keep this Bible with me everywhere I go. And in this time, I would urge you to take advantage of it. Again, we've got a ton of time now that we don't really have planned for. We now, in this current society, we like to plan. Society in general likes to plan every single hour of the day. 10 o'clock I'm doing this, at 11 o'clock I'm doing this, at noon I'm doing this, 1, 2, 3 I'm here. I've got this meeting at this time. I want to try to, even sometimes you try to put meetings on top of each other so that you can slip from one right into the next. Try to fill up that time. And I think, definitely in American society, we overbook ourselves. I think that is a very common thing. We overbook ourselves. I was thinking about this the other day. I have this job where I work at a church, and then I do my YouTube or my podcasts, which is my ministry, and then I have schoolwork that I do. I'm working on one of my degrees, and I try, and I mean that for me is out of the ordinary, and that I don't have enough stuff to do, if that makes sense. Because I'm only part-timing school, I'm part-timing work, and I'm part-timing my podcast, and a lot of time these podcasts kind of intermingle with the other two, and their time zone and their time frames when I usually do this while I'm at work, while I'm at the church, which is where I am now. Um, but what I'm trying to get at is that we have a lot of time. Um, we oftentimes in this society overbook ourselves for things. And, you know, I don't think we were intended to be that way. I think it's good for us to be busy. It's good for us to constantly be doing something, I think. Um, but I also believe that we have to have time to stop and relax. And sometimes, and you know, I look at this virus and I look at all that's going on, and that's what we have. We have a lot of time to stop. Think about where we are. Think about the trajectory that our lives are on. Are we headed in the right direction? Because oftentimes when those questions come to our mind, you're like, I don't have enough time to think about that right now. I've got X, Y, Z to do. I don't have time to sit down and think about where my life's going or any of that. Well, you do. You have that time now. And all of this stems from we now have a lot of time we can read through this. I think it'd be really cool if during this whole quarantining, self-isolation, stay-at-home order time period, we're the county that I live in Georgia, Gwinnett County, we are under like a 3-week stay-at-home notice starting last Saturday for us. And it's going to be there until the Monday after Easter. That's quite a while that we now have, that we can like dive into this book more. We can spend more time studying and actually pulling stuff out of this. So here's what I want y'all to get out of this episode. And here's what the title is going to be, and you're already going to know this because I've probably written it up there. How are you using your free time? Are you taking advantage of this time that God has given us? We've been talking, yesterday was our first live, Facebook Live, and I'm getting ready to do my next one, the Tuesday one today, because it's Tuesday. And a big theme that we're talking about is love, the different type. There are more than 4 different Greek word or name types of love. We're talking about 4 that we see in the Bible. And I only picked 4, and there's a reason for that, which I'll explain in the live party, so tune into that. But the main thing that we're talking about love, but I'm also trying to put in there that we have this opportunity now, this time to spend with our families, to spend with, if you're in a position where you're able to talk to friends, this is an opportunity now where we are able to reach out and talk to people and bring hope to people. And that's what we should be doing during this time. And we have to be ready, because we talk about the armor of God a lot in church, Bible study. We talk about it a lot with kids. Children ministries, I think most of them, that's one of those go-to lessons, is the armor of God, because it's a fun, easy thing for them to understand and learn. And it's easy to put illustrations to. Because this is your sword. And you know, for any of you that have been in the military, you've been in law enforcement, you don't just pick up your weapon and know what to do with it. Even if you go into boot camp or go into your Leo training or whatever, if you do know how to use your weapon, it's probably because you learned when you were younger. And the same things with this. You don't just pick up your sword and start swinging it around. That's how you hurt someone. That's not what we're here to do. You need to be a master swordsman, swordwoman, whatever. You need to be a master at wielding this sword. Get underneath we are like squires. This is a good one. We are like squires. We must learn how to use this, the best ways to use it, when to use it, why to use it. Because it is a great resource that we've been given. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Action Gospel. I hope that you guys took something from this. I hope that you guys will evaluate this time that you now have, this newfound days that you now have in your self-quarantined living room or whatever with your family. Make it a family event, maybe. Read a verse, a chapter, a section. Heck, there's some of these books back here. You can read through 4 books in 10 minutes. And books definitely back here that are, 3 or 4 chapters long, 1 chapter long books. Make it, have some fun with it. But the ultimate goal is make sure you're spending your time wisely. This is time that God's given us. Let's use it. All right, guys. Thank you again for tuning into this episode of Action Gospel. Again, if you want to reach out to us, we have a Facebook. We have, you can comment on this video. We have an email, actiongospel@gmail.com. Go to any of those, you can plug into us there. This week, I kind of mentioned it, foreshadowed to it before. I'm going live every single day this week at noon. This week is the week of March 30th. So I'll be live. I was live yesterday, which is March 30th. Live today, which is the 31st. And then the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of April 2020, I will be live. So hope you guys will tune in. See what we have. Again, we're talking about love. Depending on how long this quarantine stuff goes, I may do another week. We'll see. We're going to see what the response is on this. I was looking at it, and as of about 2 hours ago, when this video is being made, Monday's episode, our live episode on Facebook, had 263 views, which is incredible. I don't know if that's just people scrolling by, they look at it for a second and keep going, or actually watching all the way through. I don't know. That part really doesn't matter to me as long as people are coming and seeing, and maybe God can do something with it. But thank you guys again. Hook up or plug in with us. Reach out to us in any of those ways that I've mentioned. If you're seeing this in this week, you're more come on over, jump over to our Facebook page. We go live every day at noon. If you're watching this after that, they're all up there. You can go find it. March 30th was the first one, and there should be right there in a row. There'll probably be an intro warning you guys that we're about to, letting you guys know we're about to go in, but you should see every single one of them. All right, guys. Again, thank you. Hope that you guys have a blessed day, and I pray that you guys would be in prayer for our country and for our nation and for our world and our leaders as we're going through this pandemic. All right. Thank you, guys.